Hey, it's Lou of Meraki Farmacy. Today is Friday the 13th. Like probably a lot of you, I woke up to feeling pretty stoked about life. Hopefully you did too. And I did some stuff like I like to do in the morning, and I did not hop on to news and the links to the outside world until not that long ago, maybe an hour or two. And I was reading about the Republicans and the Affordable Care Act, which is our healthcare system that I don't know what I would do without. Probably you feel the same way. It is not a perfect system. Please show me a system that is. But I was reading all these fact sheets with all this data and information that shows that the health care plan, the Affordable Care Act that we have, works for a lot of people. For young adults, for middle-class families, for African Americans, for, did I say young students? I didn't see anything about the elderly. And I think you may also know this, that like nothing is working for our veterans. There's room to grow. It's a relatively new plan. I think it was 2012, okay? It's like the beginning of 2017. Takes time to work kinks out. Okay. I can be down with it's not perfect. I can be down with let's make this better. I am having a really hard time understanding what the problem is and how anyone with any sort of frontal lobe action can remove a system without anything in place, without even a tangible idea or suggestion. When I was reflecting on how infuriating and confusing and just how surreal this is, I thought of kids. Not that kids are, I thought of kids in positive ways. I love kids. Kids are awesome. And I was thinking like, oh wow, like what childish, immature behavior of Republicans. Like, is this really about the fact that you don't like President Obama? I do. I love you. I miss you already. Please don't go. Is it about that? Is it really like you don't like him and so you're going to smash his work? Is it that simple? Because that's bonkers. I've seen kids like destroy someone's log house or something, maybe out of some jealousy. They're kids. They're learning their emotional regulation. I was thinking about kids when, a group of kids is playing a game and maybe some of the kids don't like that game. So they say, hey, I don't like this game. I don't want to play this game. But then what do? They say, how about we play this game? They have an idea. They have a suggestion. They participate. They don't just destroy for the sake of destroying anything. So I'm not going to compare children and immature behavior to what the Republicans are doing because that doesn't fit for me. I don't want to insult any child anywhere, particularly children who need health care, who need equal access to quality health care for conditions that they have inherited, that are not their faults, that aren't their parents' faults. I don't understand this. Maybe you do. And if you can shed any insight or helpful ways to activate and take action, please share with me. Comment below. Please tell everyone. I mean, let's try anything at this point. It's not over yet. There's still time to act. And one of the ways that you can do that is contacting your representatives, particularly Republican ones. And if you don't know who to call or how to call or email, I like doing both personally. You can go to house.gov/representatives/find/. The next thing I'm going to tell you is that the other thought I had was how important it is, and even more important for us as individuals and families and communities, to take more responsibility for our health. And before I talk about that, I need to and have no problem acknowledging that even if you eat all the organic plants all the time your whole life, and even if you exercise every day, even if you play by all the rules and you take superb care of your body, you need health care. You may still get cancer. You may still get hit by a bus. These things happen. And it should not matter if you are poor, if you are a child, if you are a woman, if you are black, if you are an immigrant, if you are gay, if you are trans, if you have pre-existing conditions or not. None of that should affect your access to quality, affordable health care from the best total holistic health practitioners. You can play by all the rules and life still happens. That's why we have programs to help one another. Healthcare is a fundamental human right. And if we are going to be great again, why would we do this to each other? Republicans, what are you doing? What are you doing? While I'm looking down, I have a little list of a couple websites. Everydayprojects.org. I found that today. I've kind of been doing these like action task of the day for my own little brain. Go to that website. It's very easy to navigate. It's clean, it's beautifully made, and it's awesome. It's powerful. I'm going to remind you of your power and the imbalances of power. Us taking responsibility for ourselves is just part of it. We need to hold our representatives accountable. Maybe we need to run for office. Maybe we need a nationwide workers' strike. I don't totally know what the right thing to do is, and I don't think it's one thing. And I think this is our new reality, combating the surreality that we're seeing play out. Every single day, we need to take some kind of action. Phone calls, emails, loving yourself, talking to someone, educating yourself. I mean, pick one. There's tons. And try not to get overwhelmed and do what works and just keep at it. Okay. So, to lighten the mood a little bit, let's talk about the ways that we can use plants to take care of our bodies, to be a little bit healthier, okay? There's going to be a blog about this, how to use plants, with a lot more information and definitions and some instructions, maybe a recipe or two. And this will be an ongoing thing, particularly as we get into springtime. Remember, it's winter, and I have no garden to show you. This is just the beginning. I'm planting the seeds. Okay, so how do we use plants? Holy cow. Okay, like all the ways. Okay, plants. See the plants growing out of my head? Air, food, shelter, fuel, medicine, skincare, economic stability, self-sufficiency, art, musical instruments, fabrics, dye. We use plants to honor occasions from birth to death. They're tokens of affection. They're beautiful. They're fun. Plants are teachers and plants are friends. Did I say medicines? It's how we build our bodies is by eating food, and that food has something to do with a plant. If it's not a plant, it's something that ate a plant. How do we use these plants? The best way, spoiler alert, the best way to incorporate plants into your life is to eat them. Now, we know that is not as easy as it sounds because much like healthcare in our country, we also all don't have equal access to whole, nutritious, organic, local plants. It's just as absurd. It should not matter who you are, where you live. It shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter. Everyone should have equal access to quality food. The end. We're creating that. We're finding ways. And I highly encourage you to find any and all ways to do that for yourself, whether it's growing in containers on your porch or starting a community garden, whatever. You do not need tons of land to grow some food. Any plant stuffs, any food stuffs that are plants that you can grow is better than you not doing it. Frozen vegetables are fine. It's however you can do this, do it. There's so many ways to eat the plants. You can barbecue them, you could broil them, you could bake them, you could saute them, pan fry, deep fry, stir fry, sandwiches, stews, salads. You can add vegetables on top of your bison burger. There's nuts, there's seeds, there's fruits, there's berries, there's vegetables, there's potatoes, there's garlic, there's onions, there's broccoli, collard greens, kale, Swiss chard, peas. There's like tons of different peas and beans. They store well. Get creative. Find recipes. You can do this. You can do this. You need to do this. Because eating processed food that's wrapped in plastic and shipped from far away is bad for your body, and it's bad for the water and the air and the soil. It's just bad news. So cut out of as much of that stuff that you can cut out, the better for everyone, including you and your body. Even if you're young and really fit right now, these things catch up with you. Okay. One of the ways that I supplement my plant intake in the winter when I'm not growing stuff is I drink teas. And I was never into teas. I'm like, I'm not British. I'm not like, who drinks tea? Told myself this really silly story about teas. All a tea is taking fresh or dried plant material that is really yummy, really nutritious and medicinal, and putting it in a pot or a jar, covering it with boiling water, putting a lid on it so the steam doesn't carry away all that yummy medicine. Let it steep for anywhere from 15 minutes to 8 hours if you want to make a strong tea called an infusion. And then you drink it. Don't drink soda. Don't drink all that crap that hurts your body, that is just nasty and is made in huge, huge scales with chemicals that is then put into plastic and then wrapped in more plastic and then shipped all over. Don't do that. I mean, treat yourself. I really like ginger ale. I have ginger ale like once a week. I don't make it. I buy it. Canada Dry. What's up? But instead of like the 8th cup of coffee, or instead of the Diet Coke at lunch, whatever, even one tea a day, start there. It's really fun. You can just use one plant. You can use a bunch of different plants. You can just drink what tastes good. Like mint tea is really yummy and tastes good, but it also helps your digestion and soothes your belly. And of course, I'm going to talk more about all the different plants as we grow and evolve together. You can also infuse plants into vinegars and into oils. And it's basically the same way as making a tea. You put some plants into a jar, you cover it with oil, or you cover it with vinegar, and you let it steep and hang out. And the yummy plant medicine and the nutritional value and the vitamins and the minerals of the plants then is in the oil or the vinegar. And then you can make your own salad dressing with that oil and that vinegar and pour it all over your salad. And then you have like 3 times as much plant medicine in one meal or snack. The cool thing about vinegars is it preserves really well. We always have a garlic infused oil and like a basil infused vinegar. Always. And garlic infused oil, I mean, I put that in my ear when I have earaches. I'll put on everything. Looking at my notes. Oh, and as we know, we can use plants for medicine and our skincare, which is really, really important because everything you put on your skin is absorbed into your body. So when you're rubbing toxic chemicals on your body, they're still getting in your body. So using plant-based products, making your own stuff, checking out people like me who make that stuff for you, however you can do that, stop using toxic crap on your skin. Your skin is your largest organ. It is the permeable membrane between you and the world. You really have to take care of it. And you can have beautiful, radiant, luxurious, supple, sexy skin without poisoning yourself. We somehow managed to do that for thousands of years and looked fine and fine. So check that out. You can also use flower essences, which I really dig. Those are fun. The flower essences are pretty groovy, pretty magical, and primarily are used to help with emotional, spiritual things going on, which we all have. And if our physical healthcare sucks in this country, our mental healthcare really sucks in this country. So whatever ways you can do to support yourself, do it. How else do we use plants? Like I said in the beginning, you know, they're our friends, they're our teachers. Plants connect us to history, to the present, to ourselves, to other people, to the future. We have a lot to learn from plants. Plants love us, and they give to us very, very generously. It is our duty to learn about them, honor them by eating them and drinking them and using them, and also advocating for their health. Because every living thing has a right to grow, and has a right to grow without detriment and poison and toxicity. One of the ways that I use plants a lot, you can burn them and smoke them also. Just saying. I smoked some mugwort last night for the full moon, and I had the best dreams ever. It's very relaxing. Not that I'm advocating for smoking. Like, that's a bad health choice. However, I own that. And then you can burn them in a space to clear negative energy. I really like to smudge before I pray, or even before I take like a ritual bath, where I use plants in the bath water and stuff and talk to my spirit guides or just myself. Burning sage and things like that I like to do when I'm praying to the universe. It's thought that the smoke carries your prayer up to the heavens, and it smells good, and it's just a fun thing to do. And it's a great way to honor plants and use them and get to know them. And they smell good. Crack windows. And the other thing about plants that I really love is they remind us of our own roots, of our own adaptability and resourcefulness, how we strive to grow under any circumstances, right up through that concrete. Taking over abandoned places that have been forgotten and left, and reclaiming them. Sorry, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I hope that these videos so far are at least entertaining a little bit. I hope they're inspiring you to get to know plants, or remind you how much you already like plants, and that you're eating more of them. Try some teas, and let me know what you think about stuff. Please like, subscribe, comment. I mean, you know, it's like boring just talking to myself. It would be more fun to talk with you. Thank you for being here. Stay strong. Keep up the good work. Visit me at MerakiPharmacy.com, and I'll see you on the front lines. All right, happy Friday the 13th. We should terrorize the oligarchy. Let's be as horrifying as the heteropatriarchy is being right now. All right, I love you. Be cool. See ya.